In this tutorial, we are going to be learning about image adjustment. So when you are working as a graphic designer, it's going to be incredibly important for you to work with your own photography to make sure that you can both resize an image for the web or make sure that your files are optimized for the best print quality possible. So we are going to click on this image. Thank you to the Adobe Photoshop beginner tutorials on their HelpX website for these files. Click on this file to open it up in a new window, and you're going to go to the three dots in the top right corner and say download. From here, open up Photoshop, go to open, go to your downloads folder, and click on the graphics image adjustment practice file. And you will see this new file open up on your screen. Let's go ahead and make sure in your top right corner that we are working on the essentials view so we can make sure that our tutorial experiences are very similar. So the first thing that we're going to do is focus on resizing an image for the web. So if you hover over or click and hold down here in this menu bar, we're going to see that the width and height is 1200 pixels by 1800 pixels, and we have a resolution of 72 pixels per inch. So let's say that we have an image holder on our website that's only 800 inches wide. This is going to be too large of an image to fit in that space. So what we're going to need to do is resize it. So what you're going to do is go to image, you're going to go to image size, and you're going to see this dialog box pop up. Now, what you can do is you can resize this so you can see more of your image in one place. So what you can gather from this is that it's a pretty large document. We can also zoom out here so we can see the entire thing. And there is a lot of information here, but we're only going to focus on a couple of things for the purpose of this exercise. So number one is you can see that our width and height are in inches. We're going to go ahead and adjust this to pixels because when we're working with images on a computer, this is how the computers are measuring the size of our image, with pixels. With the width and the height, you're going to see that these two dimensions are locked. We want to make sure that this aspect ratio is constrained. If it's not constrained, if you click on this, this is going to potentially skew or distort the image, and we don't want that. So for example, with this not constrained, if I type in 800 for my width and 1800 remains for my height, you're going to see that this is significantly stretched and it's going to ruin the image. So I'm going to do Control Z to undo. We'll make sure that that is constrained. And now to make sure that this fits my web dimensions, I'm going to go ahead and change the width to 800, and it's automatically going to change my height to 1200. Now, my resolution at 72 pixels per inch, this is fine for web. This is basically saying how many pixels there are per square inch of this photo that are making up the entire image. If I were to increase this, you'll notice that it's actually going to change the overall size of my file. So the larger the resolution, the higher the resolution, the larger the file size. Now, what we want to do is we want to also make sure that we are checking the resample box when we are adjusting our image for the web. What this is going to say is that we're telling Photoshop that it's okay to remove some pixels to resize this image down to the new width of 800 pixels and new height of 1200 pixels. If you are making it larger, you could also check resample to tell Photoshop that it's okay to add pixels in certain areas. So I can go ahead and say, okay. I can do Control plus to zoom in on my artwork here, and I can do Control minus to zoom out. I can also do Control 0 to bring it back to its squared up size. Now, the other option is to crop an image. So for example, let's say that I don't want this full image and I just want to capture her head and her shoulders. So what I can do is I can go to my crop tool, which you'll see over here in my toolbar. And you'll see these different black bars that pop up around the screen. So what I can do here is I can manually rescale my crop region to around the area that I want. Or I can go up here and I can check different ratios. So for example, if I want a 1-to-1 square, it's automatically going to create that aspect ratio for me, and I can move my image around to fit that space. So I'm going to use my grids to align what I have here. This looks good for what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and say check to amend that crop. And you'll see that it crops out my view. Now, as I'm looking at this, I don't love some of these extra pieces that are down here. So what I can do again is I can reactivate my square crop, and I can do some manual adjustments and recentering to get rid of some of that additional information that I don't want in my scene. And then again, I can press enter to amend or click my check mark up here. So I'm happy with the way this looks now. But another thing that you might want to do, and another thing that I want to introduce you to here, is how to expand the canvas size. So this might happen if you decide that you want to work on a different file size, different file dimension rather, in your project without having to restart the project entirely. So what I can do from here is go to Image, go to Canvas Size, and what I can choose to do is change the width to 800 and 800. That's a nice square, and say, okay. My canvas extension color is just going to pick up from the background, which is picking up down here, which is white. If your background color here was pink, for example, it would pick up that pink color. You can also go down here and explore some of the preset options like white, black, and gray. But my background color is white. I can also choose white here, and it will produce the same output. So I can say, okay. And now you'll see my canvas has been rescaled. It creates a nice little border around my image here. And that is how you adjust your image. So please take a screenshot of your modifications to this image here and include it in your slides. Thank you for watching.